Hey, what's up everyone? This is Greg Helbeck, and on this video, I'm going to talk about the weekly REI deal breakdown. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand, but whatever. So I'm going to talk about a property that I bought and sold, aka wholesaled, in Las Vegas, Nevada, out of all places. I call it Sin City Profits Volume 1. So this deal, before I get started on the deal, if you get value from this video, if you're not familiar with me, let me introduce myself if you've never seen a video from me. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Greg Helbeck. I've bought and sold well over 100 houses all over America, primarily in New York and California and Texas. And I've learned a lot over my 5 to 6 year career as a real estate investor. This is the only thing I've ever done. I've never had a corporate career, knock on wood. So I've been doing this business for a while, and my goal on these videos is to share real actual properties that I bought and sold. I'll give you the address on this one. Let me just look it up real quick to make sure I didn't get the wrong number. It is on Grayling in Las Vegas. I got the address pulled up here. So anyway, so if you do get value from this video or any video I put out, if you could subscribe to my channel for more content and then like the video and also share it with someone, it would mean a lot to me. My goal is to grow this YouTube channel, and if you can subscribe to the channel, it's a step in the right direction. So 9048 Grayling Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada is the property that we wholesaled. So long story short, this came from a Google pay-per-click campaign. So someone typed in Las Vegas, sell my house fast, and my website came up, and the seller opted in, which means they filled out a form on my website. And I actually called them back with my acquisitions manager, Brett, on the phone because I saw it come in. We were talking about another deal, and I'm like, hey, let's just call this Vegas deal back. The sales training this week will be having you listen to me on the phone with the seller. So long story short, the seller, her name is Marlena. I doubt she's watching this, but if you're watching this, thank you for selling me your house. She had called on her mother's behalf. Her mother was living in this house. She wanted to relocate her mother out of Las Vegas and I believe back to California. She lives in Orange County, California. Anyway, I don't know why I said that, but she was like, I want to sell this thing right away. I got a couple people I'm talking to. And by the way, if you're doing Google ads, they say that most of the time, but usually it's bullshit. More on that later. But anyway, she's like, I'm talking to a couple investors. I want to see what the offers are, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, what do you want for the property? I just got right into it because PPC sellers, they don't fuck around. So you got to go right to the dance with them. And usually they'll tell you their price because they're reaching out to you. I think she said she wanted I think it was like 310. It was some reasonable number because it's like a 380 house fixed up, maybe 400 on a good day. And I was like, it's a decent price. It's not a decent price to wholesale it at, so we got to get it cheaper. So I said, listen, I know you're talking to other people. If you got a number from me that you were happy as a clam about, would you just move forward and sell this thing right away? Because she had appointments scheduled with other people, and I was on the phone in California buying the house in Nevada, which in theory I could have driven there like in 6 hours, but I'm not going to try 6 hours to buy a house. That's ridiculous. Anyway, she's like, if you give me an offer that is fair, I will sell you the property and I will cancel all my other meetings. And that was the commitment we got. So I said, okay, I'm going to make you an offer right now, and you said you can give me a decision within the next couple hours. She said, yes. I'm going to run up on my mom, and then if we want the offer, we'll take it. If we don't want the offer, we'll reject it. I said, okay, fair. I offered her $287,000, and I thought she was not going to take it because it was kind of far off from what she wanted. And I should have offered lower knowing what I know now. I probably could have got it for like 280. But anyway, she's like, we accept your offer. So the next day she signed a contract. She committed to selling us the property. The mother was old, so she didn't want to do a DocuSign thing. So I called up my buddy Tyson. We did the deal together, by the way. Locked up the house in person. I signed it virtually, but she signed in person. And we opened up title at Noble Title. And 2 days later, we had the house sold for like a $23,000 wholesale fee. Tyson found the buyer. And the whole thing closed in like 16 days. Like, I think it came in on a Monday. And it came in on a Monday. And then 16 days later, the money was in my bank account. So it was, 17 days later because it took 1 day for the wire to hit. So anyway, the whole entire deal closed within 16 to 17 days from the time we got the lead till the time the money was in the bank account. And in Las Vegas and in Phoenix and Dallas and San Diego and Florida, you can close deals really, really, really fast, even Delaware. But in New York, which is the main area I operate in, it's like the dinosaur state, or it's like everything is old and ancient. So it takes generally a quick deal is like 30 days in New York. So anyway, got the money literally in 16 days. It was freaking awesome. It was a $23,000 deal. My main man, Tyson, worked the deal with me, so we were able to find the buyer real fast. We got a pretty good wholesale fee because I think we probably could have bought that deeper, but anyway, I didn't want to get greedy on this one. So what are some lessons that I learned? Number one, first lesson I learned is that you got to be on top of Google pay-per-click leads. She filled out the form, and literally we called her back within a freaking minute. And sometimes we're not by our phones. Sometimes Brett's busy, sometimes I'm busy, sometimes Anna's busy. So you got to get back to these leads as soon as you possibly can, because they're most likely calling other people, and it's going to be like a little bit of a roundabout. That's the first lesson. Get back to your leads fast. Number two, if the seller's really motivated, which she was, and you can solve their problem by doing it over the phone without having to wait to go on an appointment, which you generally will kill a deal on a PPC lead because they really want to get their problem solved fast. See if they are willing to do a deal over the phone if they're happy with the numbers, so you can eliminate your competition. And that one, there was real competition on there. She canceled all the other appointments, and I don't know who else got the lead, but we obviously got the house. So you got to make sure that if the sellers really want to dance, if they can give you a commitment that they'll sell you the property over the phone, assuming the numbers work, ask them for that, right? Ask them for that. If I can do your price, or we can do a price that works for you, can you commit to selling us the house so we can cancel all the other meetings? And sometimes they'll say yes, sometimes they'll say no. You never know until you ask. So those are some lessons I learned from this deal. It was a great deal. So if you got a property and you are in San Diego, I guess Las Vegas now, New York, the tri-state area, or Delaware, and you want to JV with me, like I JV with Tyson, hit me up. Email me, greg@velocityhousebuyers.com. Once again, if you got value from this video, if you could subscribe to my channel and like the video, it would mean a lot. And I'll see you on the next real estate investing deal breakdown. Take care.